Now I need to take a moment and show you two diagrams. This won't take more than a minute. This is a very general diagram showing what muscle groups are known to switch off from too much sitting. However, this diagram is in direct response to my experience working with the tech community in San Francisco. So you can see this is very specific to tech posture, and you can see the overactive muscle groups and the weaker muscle groups. So what we're doing in UnDeskMe is we're opening up the overactive muscle groups, releasing them so that they allow the weaker muscle groups to gain some strength and balance out your body. So let's get started. In this first exercise, we're going to reposture the face and the neck, and then we're going to wake up those back body muscles that shut off. So, reposturing the face and the neck, activating this muscle that gets quiet from working at a laptop or even a desktop. We're going to do two things. We're going to lengthen the back of the neck. So imagine there's a string at the top of your head. I'm actually going to pull my hair, but there's a string at the top of your head, and you're going to pull that string to lengthen the back of your neck as your chin moves down and slightly back. So you give yourself a double chin for a moment, but this is how you get rid of a double chin. We're going to activate that muscle, and then we're going to let it go. So at the same time, we're going to lengthen the back of the neck as we send the chin down and back. Hold for a moment, and then release. Okay, I want you to add your hips and your abs into this. So you have your 3 points of connection here. Remember that connection there at the base, your hips, they're the foundation of your posture. You're going to press your hips into the roller, feel length through the low back, and we'll try it again. Lengthening the low back, press your hips into the roller to keep you grounded, tucking the chin, lengthening the back of the neck. You may feel a lift through your rib cage. We definitely want that. You'll feel some elongation. It would be awesome if you felt a nice long line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And then we're gonna let that go. Let's do that one more time. So, exhale. Lengthening the back of the neck, sending the chin down and back. Grounding yourself by pressing into your feet, into your hips, and then release. Feel free to do that as many times as you like. As you get started, keep the number to 4 or 6. See how you feel the next day. All right. Now, we're going to continue on to go into the back massage. So, tucking the chin, lengthening the back of the neck, grounding yourself through your hips and your feet. I'm going to have you use your abdominals to keep the trunk of your body quiet as you continue to lengthen the back of the neck and lift the head off the roller. So, using this muscle right through here, holding on to that length. Hands are up, shoulders down. Reach your hands in one direction. And then we're going to use our hips and our feet to push us, guide us on this roller, and the top arm is going to reach and stretch over the top of the bottom arm until your hands are together. And then you're going to reach that hand and come back to center. This takes some getting used to. Don't be afraid of falling off the roller. Hands up, shrug the shoulders down, reach both hands in the next direction. Top arm is going to slide over the top of the bottom arm. So we're going to lift our head, shoulders are down, length through the back neck, tucking the chin, nice quiet hips, and then we're going to steer with our feet and our legs to roll that roller right over our hip, right over the side of the body. Top arm stretches, and then we're going to reach with the bottom arm to come back to center. Let's try that again. So both hands up, retract the shoulder blades, reposture the face and the neck by lengthening the back of the neck, activating that muscle right there deep under the chin. And then we're going to keep going. keeping the back of the neck lengthened, the low back, hips grounding you. You're going to lift your head up, abs in, hands reach. Top arm is going to slide and the bottom arm is going to pull back. So right now my hands are quite far apart, but they're going to be together at the end of this. Driving with my feet and my hips. I'm going to slide the top arm as I pull the bottom arm back, and I am balanced a little precariously on this roller for just a moment, but that's okay. You've already learned to balance. And then the bottom arm is going to reach as the top arm pulls back. Reposturing my face and my neck. I'm going to do it again. Retract the shoulder blades, ground yourself through your hips. Reach the arms in the other direction, and then we're going to lengthen the back of the neck, keeping that chin tucked, abdominals active and pulled into the roller. So I really feel the middle of my back on the roller now. And then top arm is going to slide, driving with my hips and my feet. Top arm slides, bottom arm pulls back at that shoulder joint, letting that roller go over the shoulder, over the hip, and that whole side of my body. Whew. So, I'm introducing you to the concept of opposition. So the body works in opposition. For something to go up, something needs to go down. Now, I'll explain more as we get going. I'm going to use my posture pull device to show you this exercise, then I'm going to flip around and do it on the wall because most people don't have a posture pull. So I'm going to pull the bar out of the floor, and when I do, I can feel how my shoulders press into my back and how my spine reacts by pressing into the roller. So I want to try to pull the bar up and out of the floor. I hold on to it, and then as I try to lift it out of the floor, I naturally ground myself by retracting my shoulder blades, reposturing my face and neck, so my head, neck, and shoulders are all working together to activate this line that goes into my back, connecting my limbs to my core. When you work at a desktop all day, you end up disconnecting this chain, and we're reconnecting it. Then we're testing it with our balance. So, pulling the bar out of the floor, activating my abdominals, pressing my hips into the roller. I'm going to bring up one knee and then the other. Toes up, length through the low back, tucking the chin, reposturing the head, neck, shoulders, abdominals active, triceps working into my low traps. All these muscles that get shut off are now active, and my pec muscles are learning to open so that my back can activate. Okay, if you happen to have a pull or something, that's great. If not, follow me to the wall. Roller is going to be approximately 4 to 6 inches from the wall. Three points of connection: sacrum, shoulder blades, back of head. Hands up, retract the shoulder blades, reposture the face and neck. Sink the rib cage into the roller. Bend the elbows, palms up. Now, as the hands reach for the wall, the shoulders are going to slide down the back. And then we're going to put our fingertips on the wall. Little Spider-Man. This is my ode to Spider-Man. So I've got all 10 fingertips on the wall. Press into the wall, which might activate your chest, but you're going to retract your shoulder blades and try to pull the wall up. Yeah, like with the bar earlier. Think about, you want to slide your fingers. If you were to slide your fingers up the wall, but of course you won't be sliding. Instead, you're going to press hard enough that there's no sliding. And you're going to feel an activation here. Tricep right into your shoulder. You've got your low trap and your lat working. Chest is open. So pressing those fingers in, activating, reposturing the face and the neck. Lengthen the low back, activate the abdominals,
bring in one knee. And remember, the knee goes up, the hip goes down. Press the hips into the roller. Bring up the other knee. Hold on to the retraction of the shoulders. Chest stays open. You're going to feel your triceps activate. Focus on your rib cage here. Which way is it tilting, one way or the other? Because that's information. Those are your weak links talking to you. Toes up. Abdominals are active. Keep retracting the shoulder blades. Now, here are a couple of balance hacks. You can widen your hands a little bit. We just want to keep those fingers nice and open. Really press into the wall and then retract the shoulder blades. So you're trying to pull the wall as if you're lifting the wall out of the floor. Reposture that face and neck. Knees up. Open up that chest. Toes up. Abdominals active. Maybe you release a hand. Maybe you try the other. Keep the shoulder down on both sides. Keep that face and neck in position. Lengthen the back of the neck, lengthen the low back. Making these connections. Is one side of your rib cage going up? Focus on that. Putting both hands on the wall. See if you can bring that side of the rib cage that maybe is floating up, bring that down. And then you can just take a break. Whoo. Open up the chest and try it again. This is our third and final exercise in part 2, and this is the roll up. Now, like I showed you in that first diagram, a lot of muscles shut off from sitting. It's important that we find out what our weak links are and then we work through them. Give your body a chance to figure things out. Give your posterior chain a chance to fire. So we're going to reach our fingers as far as you can towards your heels, grounding yourself. You got your heels, big toe, little toe plugged into your floor, pushing your hips down, feel a little activation through the back of your legs. Then we're going to reposture the face and neck. Open up the chest and press the elbows down. Now, you're looking for this space, perhaps, and we're going to take your rib cage and send your rib cage down towards the roller. Press it into the roller. But we don't want the reaction to be your shoulders going up. So really work on keeping your triceps active and pressing your elbows into the mat. We activated these muscles on our last exercise. So look for the feeling of them being lit up. Then, reposturing the face and neck, we're going to tuck the chin, lengthen the back of the neck. Abdominals active. Press into the elbows and see how high you get. Now, open up your chest and maybe go 1 more inch. So when your chest is tight, you can't get up that far. But if you send one shoulder back and the other, press into those elbows and see how high you get. Then, working in opposition, crown of your head, that string is still there. Crown of the head is going to reach forward while your hips pull down. We're going to press through the elbows to the heels of the hands. That's the sticky part, right here. So shoulders are down, belly button in, crown of the head goes one direction, tucking the chin. And we're going to roll to your fingertips. And then we're going to go down 1 block of weight at a time. We got your sacrum, shoulder blades, back of head. Open up the chest. We're going to try it one more time. I know where the sticky spot is. We're going to try to work through that. So press the hips into the roller, the rib cage, which might lift your chin, but now we're going to reposture. Lengthen the back of the neck and tuck the chin and take that off the roller. So, body works in opposition. Something goes down for something to go up. So, imagine that imaginary string as your hips pull down, and you're going to roll through your elbow to the heel of your hand and up. If you're having trouble with that sticky spot, grab something to help you. So I'm using a super duper long yoga strap, piece of rope, belt, so many, a scarf. Oh, I should use a scarf. Now, I'm working with my posture pole, but maybe you have something in your house to ground you, a table, oh please be careful, piece of furniture. If you choose to use the help, then this is how we add this helpful piece. Get your scarf or your rope or whatever you're using, elbows still to the ground. So open up the chest, tuck the tail, reposture the face and neck by tucking the chin, lengthening the back of the neck, keeping that chest open. And then always, even though you have this, you don't want your chest to take over, because it will. That's what happens with tech posture. So keep grounding your hips, chest stays open, elbows pointing to the ground, and the crown of your head, there's that string pulling you up. And then you can do a little bicep curl, but be careful about that chest. Keep those shoulders open. And if you feel your belly pushing out, you have to bring that in. Body works in opposition. Something's down for something to go up. So you can use something to help you out, and do that as much as you need to, and then try to slowly remove the object that's helping you, like this. Maybe you hold on with one hand, and with the other hand you roll through. So if you're not using an object, try this along with me. If you are using an object, or you're holding with a scarf or a belt, hold on to that belt. If you're not, open the hand. And then hand up, retract the shoulder blades, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep your body grounded as we roll up, reposturing the face and the neck, and then we're gonna roll through that arm. Elbow to the heel of the hand, to the fingers, shoulders back and down. And then we'll try the other side. Put the hand down, retract the shoulder blades, reposture the head, face, neck. Grounding, you got your rib cage in to the roller, you got your hips into the roller. Little string from the top of the head is going to pull you up. And then you're going to oppose that by pressing those hips deeper into the roller, drawing your shoulders down, letting your back and your abs work together to come on up and down. Now let me just talk to you quickly about moving the elbows. A lot of my clients on this one, they start with their elbows, with their hands reaching towards their feet. They get to the sticky spot about here when they can't get up. So they shove their elbows back a little bit to help them press up. You know, as long as you realize that that's what you're doing, I think that's fine. This is what I want you to be careful of. Now that you know that with tech posture, the same muscles are always overactive and they're going to take over so that the other muscles don't get a chance to work out, you need to be mindful that when you do this, you keep your shoulders down. So come on up if you have to, but then draw your shoulders down so that we can get the middle of your back to work. And then if you need to shove them down again, that's fine, but draw your shoulders down again. Then imagine that little string at the crown of the head, press your hips down and roll through. So if you find yourself stuck and shifting your hips, your elbows backwards, just watch the shoulders. Take some time to work through them, keeping the chest open while you figure this out. But ultimately, what would be awesome for you to get throughout the week is that after you set your shoulders and put your hands down, the elbows stay right here at this angle instead of going back. Just keep them, reach for those hands, reach the hands for the feet, drop, And then opening up the chest, reposturing the face and the neck. Chest stays open. Sometimes my palms up help a little bit. And then we're going to press the hips down and roll up. And then when you're done with those, just like part one, you're going to roll off the roller and chill out for a sec. Give your body a chance to feel that hip, hip, shoulder, shoulder. Nice and even. Exhale. Next week, we'll be getting vertical. So I'll see you in part 3 for our Posture Month series, UnDeskMe.